We have learned something from observing the clients at our practice that can help you to achieve any health goal that you want. We've seen some clients come in and just implement everything that we give them, and they have transformative results where they reach their goals within 4 months. But majority of our clients is a lot more of a struggle, and we're working together to troubleshoot and to help them along the way for 6 to 12 months to reach their goals. What's the difference? What we have found, and what I'm going to help you be able to apply today to your life, is the ability to self-motivate. This superpower basically can make a world of difference in you being able to make all the sacrifices and put in all the time that you need to make significant progress towards your goals. How was I able to do that? I set a goal, and then I got really clear on what my why was for that goal. The why is what pushed me to figure out whole new ways of exercising and taking care of my body in a cast that I would not have done without that why. My why was that I needed to have a way to reduce stress, because that's what exercise has always done for me, and increase my confidence in just feeling strong. Those things were so important to me that whenever I thought, I can't do what I love to do, I'm just gonna skip it, it helped to push me through. And that's what I'm gonna show you today, how to come up with your why for whatever your health goal is, so that no matter what you're going through in your life and no matter what your struggle is, you always have that ability to push through it. Okay, if you're not listening to this while you're doing something else, try to bring out a pen and paper so you can write down what makes up a good motivation statement, what makes up a good why for your goal. Because I want you to really apply this to your life, because you're going to be so rewarded by how much more progress you make towards your goals. The first criteria for your why is that it needs to be specific. Let's say that you have a goal of being asleep by 10 p.m. and your why for that goal is that because it'll help you feel better the next day. Let's get even more specific than feeling better. Does that mean more energy, better mood, less achy? You can rewrite that why as, I want to be asleep by 10 p.m. because I want to have more joint comfort and less pain the next day. The next criteria for your why is that you want it to include both short and long-term aspects. Your why is going to be a couple of sentences. There's going to be some things that are more surface level and a little bit deeper. And we also want things that you can start to feel and experience in the next few days, as well as down the road. Think about a journey that you want to take, and the end of your journey is your goal, but along that way, you want to have some things that you can enjoy, right? And that makes you feel a lot more motivated to take that journey. Same thing with your why towards your eventual goal. You want to be able to say some things that you know that you can experience in the next few days or the next week. For example, you want to be able to exercise 5 days per week as a goal. And then your why could be because exercise will make me feel less stressed when I do it. But then your long-term why for that could be because I want to lose weight and I want to have better bone health and I want to protect myself against the diseases of aging. Another criteria is that you want it to appeal to both the logical and the emotional side of yourself. We want to have reasons that are rational and that are based off of our knowledge. And then we also want to have reasons that make us feel emotional and that we can really deeply relate to our why. So for example, we want to, let's say, lose 50 pounds. Our logical reason is because then it could help improve our cholesterol. Maybe it could get me off of this medication. It could help me to be able to have the quality of life to play with my grandkids. I would be more comfortable traveling. So these are more of your logical ones. And then emotionally, why would you want to lose those 50 pounds? You might say, I will have more peace of mind at the end of the day. I can feel more proud of myself. I can feel more confident socializing with other people. I could have less self-doubt or insecurity. So if we are able to incorporate both of them, then whenever we're in one mood versus the other, I know sometimes we're in like a very focused and rational mood and we want to appeal to that side of us. But then sometimes we're in more of an emotional mood, and your why is going to appeal to you no matter what mood you're in. The final criteria for your why is that it needs to be visual. We're not always going to feel like sitting down and saying, hey, I need to self-motivate. Let me read my why statements. We need to sometimes have it kind of smack us in the face because there's just a visual of it. And I'm going to teach you how to actually put this all together so that you can feel motivated whenever you need it. Hopefully, when I mentioned earlier that you should sit down and write something down, you've been doing that, because this exercise you're definitely going to want to have pen and paper for. It's real simple, it's real quick, and you can apply this to any of your goals. So it's something that you can do over and over again. It's not like you just do it one time. And that is asking yourself, why or how does that make me feel? You start off with a simple why, and then you ask yourself to go a little bit deeper until eventually we hit on a really deep need of yours that will be so much stronger than any other momentary need that pops up. It'll allow you to overcome any temptation or lack of willpower. Let's give an example of what this actually looks like. So say that your goal is to be able to eat healthy. Maybe you're doing a program and you're trying to follow a meal plan and you're struggling to not have the food at the restaurants and to not eat from your kids' snacks. You need that motivation to really stick to the dietary plan that you've set for yourself. And that's your goal. Then you might say, what is my why for doing that? My why is so that I can get healthier. Okay, then let's go a little bit deeper. Why do you want to get healthier? And you might say, I want to live a longer life and feel more happy. That's why I want to get healthier. Why? Let's go a little bit deeper. Oh, I want to live a longer life and feel happier because I don't feel like right now I'm taking care of myself. And so, okay, why is taking care of yourself important? So then you might say, oh, because then it allows me to have peace of mind and to prove to myself that I can do it. Okay, why is proving to yourself important? And that might be because then I can have good self-care. And why is self-care important? Because it shows myself that I love myself. This is a way to love myself, to make myself feel loved. And that is going to motivate you so much more than I want to be healthier or I want to live a long life. When it comes down to it and you're like, I can have the dinner roll on the table at the restaurant or the tortilla chips, and then you say, oh, but I really want to show myself how much I love myself, that I really value my body and getting it to the place I want it to be more than those tortilla chips or that momentary feeling of pleasure. I'm gonna get so much more pleasure from loving myself and showing myself care with all these nourishing foods, right? That can motivate you a lot more. All those other ones count too. Some of them are long-term, some of them are short-term, we're trying to get specific. So all those other ones matter, but it's really knowing your deepest why that will tie them all together, keep it top of mind, and push you through the harder obstacles. And then I mentioned that we want to make it visual. Now you have several different types of why, and you have the emotional components behind it as well. Then we want to take these and turn them into pictures and words. So from my earlier examples, you might use confidence as one of the words on a vision board. The vision board doesn't have to always be a tangible thing. It can definitely be a poster board that you put all kinds of images and words on. It could be digital, it could be something you make on a Word document or in Canva, and you just keep it on your phone or your computer. It just has to be someplace where we can see it, again, without trying, where it's going to kind of smack us in the face. And when you fill out the visual on that, you want to have pictures of your why. So that could be a time that you felt a lot of love. If you have a picture of yourself, just kind of exuding that. That could be a time in which you felt really healthy. when you were having a lot of energy, maybe on a hike that you were on or an international travel. It could also be a time where your body was just in a healthier place. And so you've got that visual of, okay, I know what this looks like. I see that and I want to feel that way again. It could also just be a visual of like a pant size that you're wanting to get back into, or of the strength that you want to have in terms of, maybe some tone or muscularity. And then again, those words, so you might have things like love, confidence, peace, whatever those emotions are that really draw you. And you say, oh, I would love to have that bite of cheesecake, but peace is really that just fulfills me even more than the pleasure that I can think about from that cheesecake. And that is motivation. You might have a lot of mindset things you still need to work through, and stress that you need to reduce, and all kinds of other things you need to work on to truly be living a healthy life. But if you can motivate yourself day to day, that's going to get you through until you've grown enough to allow those habits to kind of naturally happen. We do need that willpower in the beginning to start making these changes as we allow ourselves time to grow. And that willpower comes from motivation. You now have the ability to tap into that and to feel motivated anytime that you want. So make a vision board and write down your why statements. I want to leave you with the idea that motivation is emotion in action. We kind of think about it like, how in the world do I get motivated? What do I need to do? It just seems like this kind of cloudy, unknown concept. But when I break it down, it's emotion in action. Your why statement, your vision board gives you emotions, and those emotions push you to action. It's as simple as that. You can do that. No matter how unmotivated or ill you are, no matter how much brain fog or fatigue you have, you can create a why statement, you can make it visual, and then you can capitalize on those emotions you get from seeing your statements in order to make significant progress towards your goals. So get out there and start making progress.